Congruent figures. Parallel lines are lines in the same plane that do not intersect. So if we have P and Q, these are parallel because they don't intersect. These extra little arrows that indicate that lines P and Q are parallel. Perpendicular lines are lines that intersect at right angles. So this little square indicates that lines L and M are perpendicular. That signifies a 90-degree angle. A transversal is a line that intersects two or more lines. So here are two lines. This line right here is the transversal. Interior angles. When two parallel lines, P and Q, here are the indications right here that they're parallel, are cut by transversal, four angles are formed between the two lines. Those are the interior angles. Exterior angles. When two parallel lines are cut by transversal, four angles are formed on the outside of the parallel line. So if you take a look right here, here are parallel lines, the transversal, those are the angles on the outside. So when a transversal intersects parallel lines, corresponding angles are congruent. So this line right here, that angle matches with this angle. Then we have this angle that matches with that angle. This angle down here matches with this angle. And then lastly, we have that upper right, which matches the upper right. Now, I made it hopefully not too confusing. What I did actually, if you take a look at mine, I use multiple highlighter colors. I recommend doing that. All right, so the next part, we're gonna go on to example 1, finding angle measures. We're gonna use the figure to find the measure of angle 1 and angle 2. So angle 1 is 110 degrees. We're gonna put in the reasoning that angle 1 and 110 degrees, and the 110 degree angle are corresponding angles. They are congruent. Oh, bring in that congruent sign again. All right, for angle 2, angle 1 and angle 2 add up to 180 degrees because it's a straight line. So I'm gonna take 180, subtract 110, that's gonna give me 70 degrees. So our answer is 70 degrees. The reasoning, angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. If you're thinking complementary, that adds up to 90 degrees, not 180. All right, we're gonna use the figure to find the measures of the numbered angles. So measure of angle 1 is going to be 75 degrees. This is vertical to the 75 degree angle. I'm gonna skip to angle 4. Angle 4 is 75 degrees. Corresponds to angle 1. Then angle 6 is 75 degrees. This one corresponds to the 75 degree angle. So there are a total of 4 75 degree angles. That's 1, 4, 6. So I can actually go in and I can do this with that color. Now what I'm gonna do is get a different color and figure out what the measure of angle 2, 3, 5, and 7 are. So 180 minus 75, that's gonna give me 105 degrees. So measure of angle 2 is 105 degrees. This is supplementary to angle 1. Then number 3 is 105 degrees. It is supplementary to, you can say angle 1, but I'm going to say to the 75 degree angle. Angle 5 is 105 degrees. It corresponds to angle 2. And then angle 7 is 105 degrees. That corresponds to angle 3. Great. All right, example 3, using corresponding angles. Letter D, a store owner uses pieces of tape to paint a window advertisement. The letters are slanted at an 80-degree angle. What is the measure of angle 1? Well, I'm going to take 180 and subtract 80, which gives me 100. So it is 100 degree, angle 1 is 100 degrees. Since the letters angle at 80 degrees, the dashed line are parallel. The tape acts as a transversal. And the 80 degrees corresponds to the angle supplementary to angle 1. Woo! That was a long one. All right. We're going to move next to the key idea. When a transversal intersects parallel lines, alternate interior angles are congruent. And alternate exterior angles are congruent. So this means, sorry about that. That was a whoopsies. This angle, these two angles are congruent, and these two angles are congruent. This is the alternate interior angle. Alternate exterior means that these two and those two are congruent. So identifying alternate interior and alternate exterior angles. The photo shows a portion of an airport. Describe the relationship between each pair of angles. So we have angle 3 and angle 6. They are alternate exterior angles. So angle 3 and angle 6 are congruent. All right, we're gonna move on to letter F, angle 2 and angle 7. 2 and 7 are alternate exterior. Oops, not exterior, interior angles. So, angle 2 and angle 7 are congruent. Excellent job.